The campaign season is here, and your vote can make a difference. Comcast brings you the candidates on demand right now.
I'm Jill Horner, and this is Candidates on Demand. With me is Kenneth Cody, an independent candidate for the 12th Congressional District. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Define first the 12th District and the area that you want to represent.
Well, it's a unique district. It goes from Trenton all the way to the shoreline, and in between you have cities like Princeton, East Brunswick, and Milltown. So it's also the second highest voter registration area in the state.
So that's the area, but talk to us a little bit about your background and why you're running for Congress.
Well, my background is right now I work for a nonprofit organization. I decided to run for Congress basically because I've been getting a little fed up with what's been going on. I think the Democrats and Republicans need to work closer together, and that's one of my main topics. One of my subjects is bipartisanship, and I think we should explore that more in Congress, and that's what I hope to do.
Let's get into what you're calling your campaign. You say it's truth, vision, hope.
Right.
Why call it that?
Well, I think truth meaning that all our elected officials should tell the voters the truth all the time, and the vision, when you have truth you have a vision of the future, and when you have those two you have hope for everything. So that's what I hope to bring.
Now you mentioned the idea of bipartisanship and that's one of your goals. How, as an independent, could you work toward more bipartisanship in Congress? Well,
if I get elected, I would like to extend my open arms to Republicans and Democrats and tell them that I think the voters want results, and you see all the time in Congress is you see the voting, party line voting all the time, and party affiliation, and we need to put that aside sometimes because we have a struggling economy, we have a war going on, and I think if we focus on the main topics we can get a lot achieved.
Now, you mentioned war. What are some of the things that you think need to be done on an international level, particularly when it comes to Afghanistan?
Well, Afghanistan, I believe we should withdraw most of our troops sooner than later. We've been there a long time. I'm really proud of our military, what they've done, but it's time for the Afghanistan government to form and take over and take charge so we could return our soldiers home safely.
Okay, and that is one of the things that you want to work toward, but campaign spending is another concern. You're not actually taking donations.
No, I'm not, and that's...
or contributions.
Right. Right now, my opponents have raised over $2 million in contributions, and that may not seem like a lot, but it's double what it's been 2 years ago. Nationally, it's over $725 million, and that's why I'm voting for, and hopefully we can get campaign finance reform back going again, because it's way too much money. I'd rather see the money be spent on organizations that help cure diseases, and because when you waste all that money at the end after the election's over, the money becomes gone. It doesn't help the economy, it doesn't help our national debt. So we need to set limits for that.
So is it a matter of setting limits, or is it a matter of public financing, for example? Well,
I believe it's more setting limits. There's so many free media you can do. You could go on, write letters to the editor, get your information published in newspapers. You can go the internet, Facebook, YouTube, all those, Twitter. So you have all those venues open to you. So you could use them, and then you can do old-fashioned campaigning, save money and not waste it.
This is your first time running for office.
Right.
Why was now the time?
Well, I've always been interested in running for political office. I'm not a political insider at all. I just see what's going on in Washington, and I want to make a difference. I was influenced by my grandfather, actually. He was as I was a little child, he always was following politics, and it was enjoyable, and I got interested in it that way a long time ago.
And we just have a short time left, but why should people vote for you?
Well, if you don't like the two-party system, if you're fed up with the reckless spending of money, if you're upset with the Congress not working with each other, then give me a vote. I'd appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We've been talking with Kenneth Cody, an independent candidate for the 12th Congressional District. I'm Jill Horner.